Ah, that was good. That was good. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Ruth. Good morning, lady. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, today is Thursday, March 28th, 2018, and this is Meri at the.meri.atelier. And I'm up, and I'm ready to mart. Hi, Teresa. Good morning, Barb. Hi, Gigi's Art Addict. Good morning and welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies. Oh, I missed being impromptu yesterday. I don't feel like I've streamed since last week. All right. Well, I have been working in my art journal, though. Good morning, ladies. Nice to have you all here with me early in the morning. I've been working in my art journal. Yeah, let me show you. When we did our hangout on Tuesday night, I had that button card and I cleaned it up. And Tanya was calling it a salesman sample card. So that's what I wrote, salesman sample, and it's dated 1937. It looked like somebody wanted a button right here in the middle. And I kind of left the strings hanging on it. I kind of like that. I took the buttons off because I'm going to use them in my tube book. And I didn't want to throw that away, so I put it in my art journal. And we'll come back to this. I've been working in my art journal. Yes, I have. Let's see. This is Sharon Lombard's sketch that she sent me. I need to put Cheryl's in here. And I need to glue this down a bit more here. This is a scavenger hunt page of candy wrappers. Of course, it's candy wrappers. My history book. You've seen all of these. You've seen all of these. Oh, when I was doing what was I doing? I was doing Lisa's live stream. And we had a prompt with use blue, I think, or use paint, or it was a color prompt. And I had some left on my brush, so I just started putting them in these fib sketches. I didn't put one in here, but that's okay. And this was my doodle prompt. You saw that for my last doodle game. I did a sketch here yesterday. I'm going to fill up these. I want to fill this page up with sketches. I did some fib sketch-a-days here. I caught up to yesterday. My bird. This was a lady's profile. This was artist choice and rabbit. And then I'll come back in and put some paint in the background there. So I did that yesterday. And then, look, I went urban sketching yesterday. Actually, my brother went fishing, and this is the first time that I've gotten to go fishing with him. He didn't, the fellow that he usually goes with couldn't go yesterday, and he wanted to go so bad because it was so nice out. So I said, well, I'll ride along with you. I can sit and sketch. And so he let me do it. He wanted to go, and he didn't really want to go alone. So there he is on the dock fishing. And then this is kind of, I put the recreational area kind of in my ATCs here. It's kind of a nice little recreational park. There were several people out there. Well, there were about 3 or 4 other people out there fishing. But he got the dock. So that was fun to do. And they had a park area. I sat up in the little enclosure where they have the picnic tables and worked on my knitting, worked on my art, started to do some fussy cutting, but by the time I got to that, he was ready to go, so I didn't do much fussy cutting. And let's see, what else did I do? I did something else in here. Oh, I wrote out I want to work on that this morning too. I wrote out my little lady knitter nursery rhyme. There was an old lady who never learned to knit, so when she retired, all she had to do was sit. She soon grew so bored doing nothing but sitting, so she decided to learn the fine art of knitting. She had been gifted some needles and yarn. She would try them out. She thought it no harm. To knit a nice scarf, she thought it would be fun. So with her needles and yarn, that is when she begun. Her first attempts were filled with mistakes. She had to do them again, for goodness sakes. She knitted and purled, knitted and purled. Her friends wondered, what in the world? When she knitted them pajamas from two friendly llamas. She knitted for herself sweaters, gloves, scarves, and a hat. Then she put her needles down and took a very long nap. And over here, like I did that scrap man, I'm going to do a scrap knitter here. I might work on that today. So, and let's see, I put my cards in here. What else did I do in here? I think I'm getting pretty much down to the beginning. So, yeah. There we go. That was on my list of things I wanted to do, was show you my catch up in my journal. We're working on building the April journal. Hi, Gael. Good morning. Hi, Mitzi. Thank you, Barb. I put little marks down here. I did that yesterday while my brother was fishing. I copied that little nursery rhyme over. Minnie's in the house. Steak and fries. Teresa, Ruth. Good morning, ladies. Hi, Maria. Maria's miscellany. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Gigi's art attic. Good morning, ladies. Nice to have you in here. Oh, and speaking of knitting, I finished my phone case. This is just basically a little rectangular piece that I folded in half, and then I sewed the edges together. I'm really proud of my knitting, and the ends here, I've skipped not skipped it, but slipped the first stitch, so that's coming out nice. And as you can see, my phone will fit right in there. And then when I put it in my purse, I don't have a carrying case, so when I put it in my purse, there we go. That's my very first knitting project. So I don't know what, I think next I'm going to do some ribbing. I have just a little bit of this green variegated yarn left, and I think I'll practice to do some ribbing. I don't think that'll be hard. I think it's mostly knit a couple, purl a couple, if I understand it right. So I thought I would try that for my next project. And then I'm going to document in my journal here before I close it out my knitting adventures. I think maybe I wanted to put the scrap lady, or maybe I'll put the scrap lady over here. Put the scrap lady on the back, because I want to put my knit projects in. Well, no, that's pretty thin. Maybe I'll put my knit projects over here. I don't know. I have to have room for my doodle prompts, too. I'll have to figure out what pages go where. Anyway, that's the progress in my March Arts journal, which is almost the end of March. And look how full it is. Look how full my journal is, how fat it is. My goodness, that's what I would do in a year, in some years. I hope they're all this fat. I'm going to try to do a journal every month this year. But I don't know, when spring comes and gardening comes, I don't know if I'll get a page a day done. But we'll see. We'll see. I might. Now, the other thing I've been doing... Oh, I've been writing nursery rhymes, Maria. My theme this month is nursery rhymes, so I've been writing those little nursery rhymes. It's kind of fun to do. These are the pages in April. I'm going to do the Cinnamon Cooney's challenge, which is, she's got a hashtag for it. I need to go look it up. A painting a day. And I've been gessoing these. Let's see, that's the... Some I've got gessoed on both sides and some I don't. This one I think is gessoed on both sides. This one's gessoed on both sides. So I want to start putting these together. And they did shrink. When you prime unpainted canvas, you should probably allow for shrinkage, because I had this at 12 inches and it is now 11 inches. So I cut this at 12 and now it's 11. So it shrinks when you, that shrunk about an inch vertically. I don't think it shrunk as much this way. I had it at 18 and, well, almost as much. It's about 17. It shrunk a half an inch this way. So the salvage probably runs this way, which makes sense because of the way I cut it. Yeah, so the threads probably run this way and it was on the roll like that. So about a half inch shrinkage on this by the time you get both sides primed. I might have to cut this down a little. Anyway, I love these ragged edges, so I don't know if I want to cut it down or not. I suppose for it to fit in my book, we'll see what my book ends up being like. I did make my cover a little bit wider, so we may, but I'm going to do hopefully a painting a day. I still have one, let's see. I've got 3 for sure that are primed on both sides. So there's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 9 of these. Some of these I think I am going to have to cut down a little, which I really don't want to do because I'm loving the frayed and curled edges on these. But I probably will. I suppose I could fray them out again. So I'm working on priming 6 more of these on one side. And that's why I didn't chat in Beth's chat last night until the very end. My hands were just caked with gesso. I was just scraping the gesso across these. I wasn't using a paintbrush. I was scraping it with a credit card. So I got 6 more of these to do today, and then I'm going to let them dry good, and they will be bound hopefully in my April journal. But boy, that's going to be one thick journal. It's going to be one thick journal because this could almost make a journal. I'm going to put the smaller one on top. This could almost be a journal in and of itself. But I'm going to make it a signature, I believe. And I'm going to do, my goal is to do a painting a day in April. And my paintings aren't going to be long and detailed. I'll be doing commonplace objects and you know, very fast paintings that you can do every day. And I'll be using craft paint, Americana, Deco Art paint to do mine. But there we go. I got a little gesso on the back here. So I'm working on that. And then, let's see, I should probably get my list out here. Get my list. I made a list. Who's come in since I've been yakking? Knit 1, purl 2. Is that what ribbing is? Knit 1 and purl 2, Teresa? Knit 1 row and purl 2 rows? Or is it knit 1, purl 2 all right across your row? Well, that would be, yeah, I would knit I'd knit 1 row, and then I'd purl 2 rows, knit 1 row, purl 2 rows. Is that how it goes for the ribbing? I knew it was something like that. Thank you, Barbara. Cute phone case. Thank you, Mitzi. I'm having fun. I'll have to show you. I went back to that thrift store and got some more yarn. There was a yarn store in the town that closed out, and they just donated what they could not sell. But when you count the cost of that yarn, maybe I'll go get it now because it's just in a bag across the room here. Let me run over and I'll show you the yarn. I couldn't just leave it. I'm getting it here. Hold the phone. You can blame Becky McCauley at Beck's Creations for this. She's totally inspired me with this yarn. But that yarn shop had closed, and what they couldn't sell, they just donated to the thrift store. And so I got what was left. So this, I got this for $2, and this is 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. So that'll be nice to play with. I got 2 of those, I believe. Yeah, here's the other one. I got 2 of those. I paid a little bit more for this than I think Becky would have, but it's this nice stuff. This was $6, and it's hand spun. This was $6 thrift price. Now that's pretty expensive even for thrift. But it was, I think the prices on these are $24 retail. It's on one of these tags. It's on one of these tags, but yeah, I got those. Here, this one. This one was $6 too, but see, it's $24 retail. This yarn is, I would never pay $24 for a skein of yarn. I couldn't afford it. That's for people who are excellent knitters and who can afford it. And I spent too much just at the thrift store. So I got those. That was really too much right there. Becky would have slapped my little fingers. And then I got some greens here. These are silk, and I paid $3 for these, which was a little bit more reasonable for a silk. They're Royal Llama silk. Fine llama, 60% fine llama and 40% silk. So it's llama and silk. That'll make something nice. Got 5 skeins of that, and then I just have 2 more. I paid $1.50 for these, which is more reasonable price. This is cotton. These are cotton, 100% cotton. So that was my yarn haul. Becky, it's all your fault. Don't spill the coffee, Mary. It's all Becky's fault. But I thought, you know, I'm learning to knit, and I want to make some nice projects. So as I advance, I'll use this. But there's also some, Violet's going to send me some yarn. I offered to send her some, and she said, no, it's too itchy. But that wool, the wool roving. I offered to send her some of that wool roving. This is, what does it say? This is linen, silk, cotton, and viscose. But there's also some just like Red Heart yarn upstairs that was left by my brother's partner. She knitted. She passed away a couple years ago. What are you talking about here? Oops. chit-chatting in here. Hi, Lynn. Good morning, Lynn. Heidi's in the house. Hi, Ann. Good morning, Ann. Acrylic April, Mitzi says. Yeah, I might have to do acrylic. I might have to do Wool Wednesday or something because I'm going to do, acrylic. Yeah, acrylic woodwork for craft acrylic paint. Yeah, acrylic April. That's kind of a good idea. Good, yeah, now I'm getting it. You'll have fun with all that beautiful yarn. Well, I'm going to kind of save it for special projects. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I knew that I would never buy that retail. I would never pay $24 for a skein of yarn because I'm not that talented to make up something beautiful with it. I have to get better at it. So for my beginner projects, $1.50 is, and I think Beck said that I was watching her thrift haul and she said she was never going to pay more than, I think she said $1.89, but I'll bet you if she sees something $2.50 that she likes, she'll buy it. But what she's saying is she's not going to pay $6 or $7 for a skein of yarn at a thrift store. But I knew that yarn store closed, and I knew that if I didn't get it now, I would never get it because I will never pay $16, $17, $24 for a skein of yarn. It's just not in my budget. I think it's G-A, Gael. I think it's Gael. Gael. Yeah, Teresa says it, Gael. Yeah. I think it's so pretty. I think that is such a pretty name. Very pretty name. Ruth is in the house. Let's see. Yeah, Mitzi said acrylic April. Yep, it's going to be an acrylic April. It's going to be a Shakespeare April. Yeah, that is nice yarn. I really spent more than what I budgeted for. But I didn't get that much at Hobby Lobby when I went shopping this month. I didn't buy a whole lot, so I've kind of splurged on the yarn. So my craft budget kind of got wiped out. I can't go shop for another month. When I knit ribbing, Gigi says it's knit one, purl one, and repeat across. Well, but now I knit. That's what I did here, though. This is knit one row, purl one row. Are you sure, Gigi? Because this is, when you knit one, purl one, you get this pretty little V shaped. You know, you get that. This is knit one, purl one. Or do you mean knit one and purl one? Knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one. You don't mean knit one row, purl one row. You mean knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one. It probably depends on I could see how that would work. It probably depends on the size of ribbing that you want. I could try both. I'll do a sample with both and decide. I think knit one, purl one would be a smaller ribbing, and knit one, purl two would probably be a larger ribbing. I'll try both. Probably depends what you want it for. Now, my bottom here is kind of I stitched it together, kind of whip stitch, so my bottom isn't so clean. But I figured, no, it's just for my phone case, but the top is clean. The top is clean and pretty. The bottom was clean before I stitched it together. I'm pretty proud of that. Let's see. Heidi says, good morning. Hi, Heidi. Hope I'm not putting anybody in timeout there. I don't think I did. This phone gets pretty touchy here. Heidi said, I used to have sheep and had a spinning wheel and spun all wool. Really, Heidi? How cool is that? To have, I mean, to bring that yarn, when you think of what they did well, probably even a century ago. Well, maybe not a century, 1700s and prior, when they grew their own sheep, had their own sheep and spun their own yarn. Now everything we get, well, that yarn that I have that's so expensive was hand spun. But when you think of the work that goes into what they did just to make a cloth, the weaving and here's the thing, Norton Security is doing it. I saw my my laptop flash, and it was Norton's doing its backup over. If I pop off, Norton is doing its background tasks. I have Norton Security on my laptop. But when I went to that, I wanted a felting needle because I got that wool roving. And so I stopped at this little quilt store that we still have a quilt store that's quilt and beading and a couple of other people, they've joined together. But I went in there because I knew I couldn't get a felting needle. I looked at Walmart. There was no felting needle at Walmart. At our Walmart, anyway. And so I stopped in that little quilt store. It's where I get my little charms, my little brass charms. They're pretty cool. They're not very expensive. Anyway, she took me upstairs. She said, I asked if they had a felting needle, and she said, well, I do, but it's upstairs. And so when we went upstairs, oh, my mouth dropped open. There were looms and spinning wheels, and it was a great, big, huge open area. It was just, it was cool. I'm going, you need to open this up to the public. It's kind of their classroom upstairs. But, if they opened it up to a public, they would have to dedicate a person to stay up there because the felting needles, they have things for sale, have all their scrapbooking stuff upstairs, and I didn't even know the scrapbooking was there. So you could probably go up there, but you have to have somebody go up there with you, a clerk or somebody, so you don't pocket anything. But my mouth dropped open when I saw all that big open space. I'm just going, wow, how cool is this? I'm going to get my list out here. Let's see what I've done. I showed you my urban sketches. I talked about gessoing my canvas. I showed you the progress in my March art journal. Those are things I wanted to do. I showed you my knitted phone case. So we got a few more things to do here. Let's see what you guys are chatting about. You've only found felting needles at Joann's. Yeah, and see, I won't be going to Joann's till next month. I only get I want to keep that out. I only get to go that type of shopping once a month. And then I should probably go once every 2 months. But that's okay. I'm really getting to the point that I have things that I need. Now, with that painting challenge next month, I have enough paint to do the challenge, but I might need to replenish my paint after that. So what I want to do today is I was watching Rosemary Morris. Bless her heart. She just inspires me to no end. She's one of these every time I watch her, I get inspired. Now, she has a special tape that she uses, and she was making fabric washi, and that's what I experimented. Somebody in the group said, try indoor-outdoor carpet tape. It's double-sided. Now, I got this at Menards. It was a little bit, I got a huge roll of it here. It's a little bit expensive, but it's kind of like a double roll. I think if you can get a smaller roll, same size tape, but less tape for around $5 or $6. This cost me about $10. But I knew I wanted to try this, so I invested in it. And so what I want to do this morning is make some of that washi tape. And I experimented with it last night. And this strip here is, I got this at Walmart. Isn't this pretty spring fabric? Isn't that pretty? This reminds me of that wild, when I used to go urban sketching in Wisconsin, there was this little wildflower area. And I loved to go walking in there. It was a nature preserve. And I loved because they had, at one point, at the end of the season, they burnt everything down so that it could replenish itself. But this reminds me of that nature preserve in Wisconsin. Maybe I'll try to plant a plot of wildflowers. I was only going to plant zinnias and marigolds. I tried to plant all these other plants, and they're not coming up. Well, the bachelor buttons maybe did, and my daisies do good. But some of these plants aren't catching. Our soil needs help. But the sunflowers do good, but they grow 12 feet tall. And my brother said, no more sunflowers. They're like trees. So, but I'm going to make some washi strips. And I think with these, when I make these, I'm going to put them on the tags of my tube books. I'm kind of changing. I'm working on the tube book yet. Have to get this out, one of these out here. I'll get the front cover out. These come out, and I think I'm going to put them here. I think I'm going to change my way here. But I got some Tim Holtz fabrics that I've been kind of hoarding. Not this blue. This blue is another Walmart. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Yeah. Heidi, you must be a very multi-talented gal, weaving and spinning and growing your own sheep, raising them. You are a multi-talented lady. Now, Lisa does a lot of spinning and weaving. Lisa at My Eclectic Life. I had to laugh at my brother. He left me a note the other day. I was gone, and one day I was gone, and he locked me out. I couldn't get back in. He did it. He just locked the doors. He was just, I'm not saying that he locks them out of habit, but when I was gone and he left, he said, locked you out again, didn't I? He went to Hastings to get a new battery for his pickup. He uses that pickup to go fishing. I saved that because I got a kick out of that note. I'm going to put it in my journal. Hi, Susan. Good morning. Gigi says, Teresa, there are great YouTube videos I learned as a Girl Scout badge long ago on spinning. Lisa Conway is going to do a video. You'll have to give her some time because she's got all her other videos planned, but she said that she'd do a video on how to make your own hand spindle and how to spin with the hand spindle. I mean, that's probably pretty easy to do, but I got that wool roving. I got it at the thrift store, and I know you can do needle felting with it, so I got a felted needle now, a needle felting needle. But the lady told me not to use styrofoam as a base. She said that will ruin your needle. I need to get some of that like pillow cushion foam, that spongy foam like they put in, not fiber fill, but the foam rubber. So I'll probably be doing that later, as I'm thinking I might be able to find something at a garage sale, an old pillow or something that might have a foam base to it. So let's get busy on this. I experimented with this yesterday, and I think on these tags, because I've already glued the buttons in, let's go ahead and pull the tags out of. We worked on the two buttons last Tuesday, so now we're just finishing up our books. And I think that I will put a fabric base, and then maybe I'll put pictures. I kind of have decided against my, see, I put buttons on these tags as pulls. This goes in here. So I'm really happy with how mine are turning out. Let me turn it the other way. And this, of course, is the door. Now, I have to bind it yet, but I'm not quite ready to bind it yet. And I put button spacers here. Right there. They're just black. Yeah, you were talking about knitting. Gigi was. Thank you, Ruth. Yeah, I love these buttons on I got these on that card that I showed that, oh, this didn't have one. It has this little tab thing here. I got these on that card that I was showing in the back of my journal, on that salesman card. And I think I paid $1 for it. But these were fun. And I had to wash them Tuesday night. I ran to the kitchen and got a bowl full of Dawn dishwashing soap. And it cleaned them up really good. So we're going to go through here and put fabric on my cards. What did I do with, here it is. Now, I think I'll mix up the fabric. So I'll just do a strip here. I'll do a strip of each of what I have, and then I'll decide what I want to put on my cards. They're kind of, when you put them like this and don't have the tubes, they kind of fan out. Kind of put the big buttons at the back. Like that. So, and let's see, though, I think I need to measure this. It's about 2 inches. And I think I'm going to let some of that white show. So I think I'm going to make it 1.5 inches by, and this will depends. This one I can get away with 2.5. One by 2. These larger ones, I can still get away with 2.5. So 1.5 by 2.5 are going to be the size strips. And I'm just going to tear it here. Is this the side that I tore? I cut the salvage off. It's this side. So I want 1.5 here. I'm just going to give it a tear, a slit and a tear. Where's my scissors? Yeah. I guess I could mark it. You remember watching a demonstration on spinning at the old city in St. Augustine. Well, I don't think I've ever seen a spin. I've seen the hand spinning demonstrations, but let's see, I want 1.5. So right about in here. It doesn't have to be exact. It's pretty good. It'll probably be uneven as I go down, but that's okay. But my carpet tape itself is 2 inches, I think. So I might want to do 2.5 and then cut it at 1.5. That's what I want to do. It's at 2. That's what I want to do. Good thing I checked. Instead of 1.5, I'm going to do 2, and then I'll cut the 1/2 inch off. I'm going to have to because I don't want to waste that carpet tape. And then I'll just have a 1/2 inch of carpet tape, of washi tape, fabric tape. Let's see. Thank you, Ruth. Let's see. Button tabs are so fun. Yes, they are, Lynn. or a brush, soft foam or a brush. She's done a video on spinning on her wheel. Yes, I watched that. You're talking about Lisa. I watched her spin at her wheel. That was so fun to watch. She is one talented lady, isn't she? Lisa is. She weaves and spins, and she demonstrates for kids. So, yeah, I'm just going to tear this down here. And what I have left, I'm not going to do the same color on all the tags. I'll probably choose out the pretty flowers. I don't think I got any cone flowers here. I got some daisies. Did I get any purple ones here? I think I'm going to, well, no, that would be, I'll have to decide what I want to do on that. We'll just be happy with what I have. You know, and I just got a half yard of this at Walmart. It's really a pretty fabric. There was not much left on the bolt, so I imagine that it went pretty fast. It's a spring fabric. And then I've got some Tim Holtz fabric here that I've been hoarding, and this looks like it's already at 2. I shouldn't have put my ruler away. I've been hoarding this Tim Holtz fabric. It's about 2.5 there, but I think it's more like 2 up here. It's 1.5. Where does the 2 start? This is uneven. I'll just do a part of this. I don't have room for this big ruler. Yeah. It starts to be 2. Yeah, right about there. I'm going to snip this part off. I'll use this for something else. And then I'll cut this part off as I use it. So I've got that. And I think this is probably 2.5 too here. Oh, this is cut on the, this is cut. I have to cut all the way down here. Let's measure it. That's 2 inches. I think I'm going to just tear it on the fold there. This might be better to use. I love the distressed and frayed. That got a little crooked. That's probably how I get it crooked, because I tear it. Let's see what's in here. I think I was looking at this side, though. I think I can get away with this being 2 inches. All right, we'll save this out. We'll save this and this. I'm going to make washi tape. This is not just for my... This is not just for my tags here. I want washi tape. So let's see. Do I have a strip here? I have something here. I used it for something or other. Let's put this like this. Get my tags out of the way. Don't want to spill coffee on my tags, although if I did, it would probably just make them look pretty. Coffee stained tags. Let's put them over here away from everything. And I just want to cut some 2.5 here. Ooh, I think I'll use the salvage part. I'll mark 2 inches. I think I said 2.5 though, but I'm making them at 2, which I think will be plenty. I'll have some white border, I think. Or maybe I said 1.5, didn't I? 1.5 by 2.5. These might be too wide. I'll have to, I'm making them 2 because my tape is 2. That's why I'm making them 2. So how did I get 2 all of a sudden? I'm making them 2 inches wide because my carpet tape is 2 inches wide. I was watching Rosemary do this. She had a special tape that she said she liked it because it was so thin. Now I think this carpet tape that I'm using is a little bit thicker. We'll save this for something. What else is going on here? Ladies. I saw a couple of ladies make some really beautiful trinket boxes out of TP rolls. Oh, how cool is that? Teresa. Heidi. 3 of the girls made TP paper doll paper roll books with tags. Yes, we did that. Tanya, Lisa. Well, Tanya and Lisa hang out on Tuesday and Thursdays of each month. And next week, next month, I think that they're going to hang out with Becky, and they're going to do a topsy-turvy book. And I'm hoping that they'll do a little journal every month, a small journal every month. That's how they started out. So I'm hoping they'll finish up that way. I think I'm going to have to cut my 2 inches here, which might be just the right size. Except I'm going to save my salvage area here. I'll just leave it like that. I might have a little bit of hangover. I always pick up this ruler upside down. This is about 2 1/4. So hard to measure when I got so many things on my desk. Oh. It's about 2 at this line. So this is Tim Holtz fabric here. I have a little bundle that I've been hoarding. I got it on sale at Joann's. It's getting whiter as I go down. Oh, well. It doesn't tear. This fabric doesn't tear straight. It tears. It was probably cut. It was not cut on the same thread as. I think I'm going to tear a strip off. No, I'll cut it off. I'll cut it off when I get my washi. So there's that. I mean, they cut it. When they do a cutting, they don't cut it on the tip. Now, some of it's the really long stuff, or some of it they rip. That, was it the quilted fabric? I don't remember how she told me they did that quilted fabric. But some of this, when they cut these pieces, they don't say where's the thread and cut it on that thread. They cut it where it needs to be cut. So it's not tearing straight at 2 inches. See, I've been using this. I was using this for ATCs, I think. And I think this is about 2 inches. Yeah, right here. No, this might tear straight because it's on the fold, so we'll see. We will see. Ooh, I would love to get her. But she's not on there. It's guys on this side, so we'll take what we get. And then I'll just have some washi left after I do my tags, just for fun. And I've got this street. I think I sent some of this to my swap partner when I did Lisa's swap. This is just right, I think. Let's cut it here. I snip it. Might have to snip it more. No. Yeah. This isn't cut on the, this gets a little thin down there, but we'll use it. We'll be happy with it. This I haven't touched at all, I don't think. This is how it came. And I think I'll just tear it this way. I need 2 inches. This will be a little bit shorter piece, but that's okay. I could make 2 of them, I guess. I didn't snip that. Enough. I have a piece of that. I'm going to cut another one of these at 2. Yes, I was inspired to do this by Rosemary Morris. After chat, I'll put a link to her channel. It's just Rosemary Morris. And she does a lot of journals. She makes a lot of beautiful journals, and she does eco-dyed paper. But she was chatting about writing a story. We'll see if she follows through on that, telling a story in one of her journals, actually doing some journaling. But she was making these washi these wash fabric washies. Isn't this fun? This will be fun on those 2 rows. This is fun fabric. And I don't know if I can, this is not a very wide, I don't know if I want to pull them this way. I think I'll pull them this way. And I wanted it 2 inches. And it'll be right on this line, but I don't know if it's going to tear on that line. Just because it's printed on that line doesn't mean that it'll tear. Yeah, it looks like it might. We'll see if it tears straight. And that's pretty good. Ooh, this will be fun. I'm going to do 2 or 3 of these. I think these are exactly 2 inches. Well, that's a little bit more than 2. So, right in here. But that'll be enough. I think I'll do a couple more of these because I like these. Got threads hanging. Meri, may I please plug the upcoming... Oh, absolutely, Lynn. You don't even have to ask for that. Just plug away. Carhartt. Carhartt is the Disabled Artists Foundation. And the way I understood from the chat last night, I think you were in Becky's chat where you were talking about that Carhartt's giving away a Vagabond or a die cutting machine. I don't know if it's a Vagabond, but I think she is. And she's having a raffle for it. And she had the maximum number of raffle tickets at 60. And the way I understood last night is that she lowered it to 30. So, and I think the raffle tickets cost $10 a piece, if I remember right. So, I'm not going to participate. I'm going to let it go to somebody else, not because I don't want to. I don't do PayPal. So I'll just donate to her, and I'd like to see somebody else win it. I participated in the Sizzix one, though, but I know I won't win that. I never win those big company prizes. Well, I shouldn't say that. I did when I was younger. I won Becky's. I'm happy camper. Hi, Melissa. Yeah, that was a good find. This Tim Holtz fabric was a good find. If you're talking about this, I'm not sure what you're talking about. There goes my Norton, I think, is playing with my desktop here. Every now and then he minimizes everything. I wish he'd just leave me alone. One more. Yeah, I found this on sale at Joann's. And it's just 9 inches here, I think. Where's my ruler now? What did I do with my ruler? Put it over here. Yeah, knocking things off on the floor. Yeah. See, I always put my ruler wrong. I don't know why I do that. It's almost 9 inches. Not quite. It probably is once you get it all straightened out. Oh, dear. Mary's laughing at her inconsistent marks here. Let's see. No, that's wrong. 16, 14, 12. This one, 10. I'm going to do 4 of these. This is the last piece. Put my ruler away. And I'm just tearing them at 2 inches because that's the width of my carpet tape. Boom, throw it away. And I think I'm going to put these on my tube for my 2 book tags for background. Then I'll come in with some images. It'll be fast and easy once I get the tape on these. One more, or was that the last one? That was the last one. One. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you'll find much of this fabric on the shelf retail anymore. Here, I don't know if they still have it online. This is Tim Holtz fabric. He did a whole bunch of designs a couple years ago. Hobby Lobby and Joann sold it, and I have a feeling this was just some that was left over that they put into a little bundle. Although it might have come that way because here's the ribbon. They were selling bundles of it. I think I'll just go ahead and do that and see what happens with it. And I've been hoarding it. I've been hoarding it, but I thought, well, this will be perfect for washi tape. Now, I was inspired to do this by Rosemary Morris. Give her all the credit. She used a special tape to do hers. Some sort of, I couldn't understand the name because I had my earbuds in. But I'm just going to use, somebody said, try double-sided carpet tape that holds your carpet down. You put it on the back of your rugs and carpets to hold them down. And then this, I got at Walmart because I thought it was so pretty. It's a pretty spring wildflower fabric. I couldn't resist. It wasn't that expensive. Walmart fabric is not expensive. You can get a half yard for $2.50. So they have nice seasonal designs there. So let's go ahead and do the pieces here. I think I'll start out with this one. Probably use this entire I think I'll cut this in half. Cut these in half so I don't have to fool with big pieces of fabric here. Longer than my desk. Come on. I'm just putting them up above here so that I can reach for them when a lot of these already are in half. Not all of them though. I like this one. This one is longer than 2.5. We'll just trim it off and use it as something, tag tie or something. This one's pretty cool too. This will look nice on those tags. And I like the frayed edges. That's very much me. Frayed edges are distressed is Meri style. The more distressed, the more comfortable I am. I'm not comfortable with this. Got really thin in here. I think I'll just leave it like that. It's not that long. And these are short pieces. I think these are all short. This one might be long. All righty, so let's get cracking here. As Dee Dee says, crack-a-lackin'. Got to get crack-a-lackin'. I was going to save that for something. All righty. Put them right up there. Let's look at chat. I have to log out of here to get it. I'm in bed. I'm laughing at you, Lynn. Lynn, it's only 2:30 in the morning when I sign on here for Lynn. Oh, dear. It's still early in the morning for her. Just plain coffee this morning, but yum. There's a video on her channel, how to get a ticket. Lynn says they're talking about the Vagabond. The Vagabond, you can only get one ticket as a thank you for a $10 or more donation. The auction is online. When is she going to... I imagine she holds the auction when she sells all the tickets and gets that all straightened out. Good morning to everybody who's come in or who's watching. Hi, Azure. Hostage tape with style. Oh, Azure, you're so funny. Hey, Azure, did I see that you had a birthday? Happy birthday to you, Azure. I'm probably a day late, and I'm certainly $1 short, but happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. That's all I'm going to sing today. Lynn says, all the profits benefit low-income artists. They're talking about Carhart's channel. DAFI, D-A-F-I, the Disabled Artist Foundation, Inc. This week, from this Saturday, April 6th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, the channel Carhart will have an auction to support the Disabled Artist Foundation, a 501c nonprofit. You know, Carhart puts her heart and soul into that. She does so much good for the disabled artists. And, you know, yeah, she's got a good heart. And Lynn, you just feel free to plug Carhart anytime. Ruth says, love that piece, Meri. I have a thing for measuring tape print. Isn't that cool, the measuring tape, Ruth? Yeah. So let's start with that. Good morning, 80 doll. Hello, hello. You're very welcome, Lynn. Oh, Lynn, Lynn got out of bed and got the link. I chuckle at Lynn. I gotta get up and out of bed to get that. All right, this is one piece here, so we're just gonna, and this is double-sided. Let me show you the packaging again for those of you who weren't here. This is double-sided. This is duct tape, indoor-outdoor carpet tape. And I did try some of this in my journal, and I was happy with the results. Now, Rosemary Morris is who I'm getting inspired by to do this. I was watching a video on her channel this week, and I said, oh, I got to go get some duct tape and do this. So, let's see. I think I'll just cut my... You know what I should do is just, if I could, just put my tape like that. Will it? No, I guess I better snip it off here. Right about to there. Can I just tear? This doesn't tear like duct tape. It should tear like duct tape. It might if you got a hold of it, but it's pretty sticky. Yeah, you want to cut it. You'll want to cut it. And then I think what I'll do is just go flat down on this like this. And then you want to burnish it down. I see I got it. Let's see if I can. You might, when you do this, you might want to press your fabric because if it's got creases in it, I can feel the creases here. But what we're making is double-sided, washi tape, fabric washi tape, inspired by Rosemary Morris. And you'll probably want to, if you've got creases in your fabric fold, on the folds, I'm having to press mine out, but you'll want to press your fabric maybe before you do this. Now, just to show you how I'm going to use it, I'll put some on this tag here. And I might have to, well, I'm going to trim this a little. I'm going to trim it a little because I only wanted mine at 1.5 inches because I want some of that white to show. So maybe I'll cut like a 1/4 inch off here. There's my ruler. Yeah. Let's cut a 1/4 inch isn't much. Maybe I'll do 3/8 of an inch. 3/8 of an inch. And if that's not what I want, I'll use it for something else. That's good enough. I can see the line. I wonder if I could tear that. No, that once you get that tape on there, you can't tear it very well. You'll have to cut it. But that's okay. I don't cut straight anyway. I love the frayed edges. I'm all about distress. Distress is my style. I'll use this on an ATC or something. We'll save that. Now, let's go back to my tag. I think I'll put it this way. Now I got a little piece of tape coming here. Let's cut that off. I use my wastebasket. I put a top on it and use it as a table. I need to get me a TV tray. So I feel like maybe, what do I want here? Do I want to put gold there? This gold. Yes, of course I want to put gold on it. And I think I'll leave it white. Do I want to leave the white strips down, or do I want to? I think I'll leave it white. Just, no, I think I'll, yeah, I think I'll put gold here. Of course, it needs gold. Now this that I'm using, I got from Annie V. This is Dairy Van Silkscreen ink for fabric. And it's water soluble until you heat set it. And I'm just going to edge it here, and then I'll cut my tape off. And leave the number 8. And I think I'll trim just a little bit of this off. All right. So you pull the backing release paper off, and you use it just like you would double-sided tape. So let's see if I can do this decent. Ah, and it's sticky. It's sticky. There you go. Oh, I'm liking it. Now I got gold on there. You can hardly tell it, but there is gold. I can tell it. I can tell it. You know, you guys need to be in a little, don't you? You need to be zoomed in a little. Let's zoom in. One more. There. So there's one down. Now, I was thinking I would put gold on the back here, but I'll come back for that. Let's go ahead and I'm going to save this. I'll come back if I need another one, but I'm going to use one of each. But first, the thing I'm going to do is go up. No, I think I'll do them one at a time. We'll just do them one at a time here. Use my fingers on this because I know I can. Yeah, Annie V sent me this. It comes from Australia. It's made in Australia. Bless her heart. Annie V has such a good heart. She was showing me, she was watching me knitting. She watches my channel, and then she emails me. I have a lot of people who it's either too early in the morning for them to chat, and that's okay, or they don't like to leave comments, and that's quite all right. I have a lot of people that just email me, and we chat via email, and Annie V is one of them. But she's got such a good heart. She was watching me knitting, and she sent me a picture of some scarves that she's making for a charity. Like, you know, Barb Owen made those journals for charity. I'm liking these. Let's try the next one. We'll just set this aside. I can kind of wash this off. He spit wash it off. It's water soluble until you heat set it, that gold. And so we're just going to set that aside, and I'm going to put double-sided tape on this. On my finished one up here. Let's get rid of this. I'm using carpet tape, Duck brand indoor outdoor carpet tape. I got this from Menards, and I got the larger row, 1.88 inches by 75 feet. I got the larger row, cost me $10, but you can get smaller rows for like $5 or $6. Let's go ahead and trim this down. Oops, hold on a second. Let's put the ruler away before I drop it. And if you do this, you might want to press out your fabric first. I'm not doing that because I'm in a hurry. I just cut it right in here. Ah. If I can't get it smoothed out, it'll get the little threads off the back of it. Put it down there, burnish it down. And Rosemary was doing really colorful. She calls them African fabrics. I think they were made in Africa, and they're really colorful stripes, fabric stripes. I don't have any of that. I have Tim Holtz. And let's see. Here's my tag. I want to cut this. I think I've been trimming 3/8. I don't know if I want to trim that. Well, 3/8. Yeah, we'll trim it at 3/8 again. I'm going to trim it on this side. And I'm going to guesstimate it. Well, no, I'll use my ruler. Oh, Meri, Meri, Meri. 3/8 of an inch. Right about in there. And right about in there. And I'm cutting it down simply because I don't want that entire piece of fabric on my, I want some borders to show. And I'm really doing these for my tags. And whatever's left over, I'll use on ATCs or in my journal. You can't tear this. If you want it torn, you have to tear it before, but I have 2-inch tape here, so I made my fabric 2 inches. But I don't want 2 inches on my tags. That's kind of cool. I'll put it up there. And let's see. How about right in there? Or right in here? I like the 9 and 6, I think. Or, no, 7 and 2 or 9 and, I guess I like the 9 and 6 best. We'll just cut it right in here. Yep, it's fraying. Okay. I might have to trim a little. I think I'll trim a little off of the 9. I'll have to clean my scissors after this because I can already feel them getting kind of gunky. All right. Oh, I'm going to have to trim a little bit more. I want it to... show, well, a little bit more even. I guess my 9's going away. But that's okay. It's in your imagination. And then you pull the release paper off of the back. So you can get a hold of it. I have to burnish it down. Come on. There. Oh, I'm liking these. I'm liking these a lot. These are going to be cool. Cool tags. So what's going on in chat? Look at you all chatting away. Good morning, everybody who's come in. They're talking about Carhartt. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Ruth. Is Mom Munson in here? How you doing, Mom Munson? How are you feeling? How was your test? You probably don't know anything yet, do you? Mom Munson had to go in for an electrocardiogram. Is that what that is? You called it an EEG? Something with the brain waves? We hope you're doing well. Let's see, who else is talking here? We're talking about Carhartt. Oh, she calls her clients and donors hartists for Carhartt. Hartist, Hartisis. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't know that, Lynn. Let's see. Azure says, I worked in a ceramic studio a long time ago, opening the molds. It was a fun job. I'll bet that was a fun job. Somebody must be doing some pottery. Oh, she teaches locally? Ruth said, I did pottery and enjoying it very. I'm reading chat backwards. How do they find people for the foundation? Everything is confidential, Lynn says. They need to be low income and have a mental or physical disability. They're talking about Carhartt's, who she donates to. Susan says, I always go back to painting at some point, watercolors or acrylic. I'm sure because I grew up very poor and in not very pretty or stylish surroundings. I just want to see pretty things everywhere. Susan, me too. I want to see the world painted. Just, and in fact, when I was a kid, I got this, one of my toys that I wanted more than anything in the whole wide world was this little set of sparkle paints with watercolor with glitter in it. That was a kid's toy, and it probably just had six or seven colors in the little pale little pans of liquid watercolor with glitter in it, and they called them sparkle paint. And I wanted that more than anything else. And ever since then, I always thought if I had sparkle paint, enough for the whole world. I'd paint the whole world in sparkle paint. So now you know the story of my sparkle paint. I should journal about sparkle paint. Maybe do some glitter glue around it. Maybe I will. Not today, but that was one of my childhood dreams. Daffy believes in the science of art therapy, that art can help change people through pain, and other challenges. Yes, and that's so true. And you know who the other art therapist is that we know here on YouTube? And that is Miss Lady Petals over in Australia. She does art therapy. I mean, she's trained, she's going to school to become an art therapist, I believe. She's really fun. I love to hear her talk. She did a lot of videos a couple years ago, but I think she's kind of slowed down with the videos. But, you know, YouTube gets a little... If you don't watch somebody consistently, then they don't, you know, that you don't get to see them in your feed. You have to go hunt for them. Let's see. Teresa said, I think I'll just be making something from nothing. I love making trash to treasure, no particular style. Lynn gave a link of how to enter a raffle ticket for the Vagabond. Ruth says, my thing changes as the season or the video I'm watching. I'm into sewing right now. I know, Ruth. I'm the same way. I get inspired by this person. I get in, like today, I should be working on my cover. What am I doing? Rosemary Morris inspired me to make fabric tape. So here I am making fabric tape. But I am using it on, I want to finish up my tube book. So I've got justification. Azure says, my thing is whatever I can do in my budget. Style, I don't think it changes the vibrancy. Play with light and shadow interests me. We're talking about style here. And Lynn's talking about Carhartt. 80 Doll says boho and vintage. They're talking about style, what your style is. Susan says, I think my favorite thing is boho, Gael, then maybe steampunk. That was Gael asks, what about you ladies in chat? What is your thing? So they're talking about their style. You know, I think I'm very distressed is my style. My style is distressed. Yeah, Azure, happy birthday. Mark says, good morning, Mark. Happy birthday. I already sang one line of happy birthday to Azure, so I'm not going to hurt your ears again. Yeah, happy birthday, Azure. If you do your art on a schedule, it becomes more of a job. Just do what you want. If you didn't obligate yourself to somebody else. That's so true, Susan. That's me all up and down the line. Hi, Ruby. Good morning. Ruby is 360 33rd. I call her 33rd. And good morning to you, Mark. Let's go on to another. Now, I already made one of these, so I'm going to skip these for now. I'll go back and put tape on these later. I want to at least put, I might have to come back and put another layer of, well, I think I got 10 different kinds on. I've already done one of these, so we'll come back to the tape measure and the numbers later. Let's do this one, which is blue, and this one, which is the City Streets. Meri can't talk. Let's sort these out. There's blue, and then there's this one. This is going to be cool. Mark, I'm making fabric tape a la Rosemary Morris. Had a video on making her fabric tape, fabric washi tape. So that's what I'm doing this morning because she inspired me. And here's some, I've been hoarding this Tim Holtz fabric, so that's what I'm using. And then I got some from Walmart. This blue star is from Walmart. And this wildflower, I love this wildflower. So pretty. Got another strip of it here. And some printed here. I think I'll use this. Well, that's kind of needs to be pressed. Find one there. Okie dokie. So we'll do those. I might be all morning at this, but I am working on my tube book. I need to work on my cover, but we'll do that as I get to it. I am covering my tags for my tube book with this fabric washi tape. I am using, Rosemary had a special tape that she used. I'll put a link to her video in my description box after chat, but I am using, somebody said to use carpet tape. So I went to Menards and I got this indoor-outdoor carpet tape. So that's what I'm using. And it seems to be working pretty good. It's doing the job here. I've got a mess over to my side, but I'll deal with that later. So I got about 10 of these to do. It won't take me too long now. I stripped the fabric down, so all I'm doing now is taping them down, making the tape. Oh, and then I am putting the, I'm just going at this one at a time. This is silk screen ink that I got from Annie V, sent this to me. She had it in her studio, wasn't going to use it anymore, so she sent it to Meri. Bless her heart. She's got such a good heart. Annie V, if you're listening, you have a good heart. She's a retired school art teacher. She gives Meri all sorts of advice. Bless her heart. I should rename Mrs. Wilkins or find me another mascot, studio mascot. I got to work on Pierre. I know I got to work on Pierre. Name her Annie V after my Annie V. All right, I'm just talking in the wind. All right, let's see. And this ink is water soluble until you heat set it. So I think I can go back and kind of wash that off of the buttons there if I want. So, yeah, my phone's in the way. And I will say this tape has stickum on it. So it does get your scissors kind of sticky. I'll have to clean these scissors after I'm done here. And it is sticky. And if you do this, you'll want to make sure your fabric is pressed really nice, because mine is not pressed. I just used it, unfolded it, and used it. And it will, you'll have to smooth out all those wrinkles if you do that. And you put it down like that. Burnish it down good. I was thinking, on my desktop, my drop paper is vinyl. And I've been gessoing those pieces of canvas, getting ready for the April challenge. But I was thinking that this vinyl wallpaper that I have on my drop paper, I was thinking I would paint it. And, you know, paint it like in one of Aunt Beck's Dirty Dozens. And cut it up and make ATCs out of it. Have vinyl ATCs. Let's see. What do I want to do here? I think I'll use this. And I think I'll cut it first. I'll cut it right about in here. Right about at the end of that. Right about there. And then I'll have a wide piece here. And then I'll cut this and have a skinny piece here. This is the salvage edge here. I can see that's salvaged. The salvage edge. So I've been trimming it off about 3/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to eyeball this one. Yeah, about 3/8 of an inch. Right about there. Because I'm going from the fabric, not the tape. That might even be a 1/2 inch. But oh well, that's what I'm doing. I kind of like that. Only I want to use the one that I put gold on. And then I'll just save this for an ATC or something. And then I think I'll put the selvage in at the bottom. Just like that. And pull the release paper off. Burnish it down good. Yep, that's what I'm doing all morning is these tags. I have a list. I wanted to do my scrappy knit lady. I need to work on my April journal cover. But oh well. At least I'm getting something done this morning. I'm going to put the selvage at the bottom. Kind of like that, maybe. It sticks to your fingers. There we go. Kind of up at the top of my button there, but that's okay. There we go. Ooh, I'm liking these. I'm loving these. Very Tim Holtz style. So let's just keep moving on. Let me look at chat. I have to keep up with chat here. We're saying happy birthday to Azure. Happy birthday, everybody says. Good morning to Ruby. Look at all those happy birthdays, Azure. Meri is getting her tongue tangled around her eye teeth and can't see a thing she's saying. That sounds like Meri, doesn't it? That sounds exactly like Meri, getting my tongue tangled around my eye teeth and can't see a thing she's saying. You buy it at the 99-cent store in Diazo. Your washi tape? Well, this is fun because it's a fun way to use different fabrics. And I enjoy printy fabrics. I enjoy all the prints, but I'm not a sewer. So this is a way that you can enjoy your fabric in your craft. So yeah, I buy washi tape too. But you're a busy lady, Lynn. I think you ladies that are busy, you go buy it if you want. I'm going to make this because Rosemary Morris inspired me to do this. And I think this is a fun way to use your fabrics. And I think it'll look really nice on my tube book tags here. But I'll tell you, I'm feeling like I want to write to somebody like, who is that does washi tape? Dina Wakely? Is it Dina Wakely? One of those Dinas has made her own washi tape and sells it. Or the way I understood it. But what I'm wanting is some illustrated washi tape for book illustrations. Illuminated borders is what I'm saying. That's what I mean. And I guess I'm just going to have to do my own, huh? Get my phone out of the way again. Come on. I'm going to kind of hold my hand there. Besides, this is fun. I like to have fun doing my art. This is really fun. It's about creating and trying different things, doing different things. This is not straight. Come on. You'll want to press these pieces. If you do this, don't just do what I'm doing and so this is a case of do what I say and not what I do. I have to trim it on this side, I guess. Oops. And I'm going to trim this all the way down because it's sticky there. At about, I'm going to eyeball it. Doesn't have to be trimmed a lot on this piece. And of course, I'm not cutting very straight. I'm just eyeballing it here. And this has got tape. I'm going to throw this away because it's half tape and it's sticking to stuff. So I'm going to toss that. Yes, I do toss things. Let's look at chat. Come on. Hi, Journey. Good morning. In all honesty, I don't have a lot of craft time. Yeah, you just keep your iPad next to you while you sleep. Clean, cook, clean and cook. Yeah, I know you're a busy lady, Lynn. So I get that. I understand. Susan says, no wonder I craft a lot. I don't sleep much, hardly really clean and rarely cook. Susan, you're funny. You're a funny lady. Right about in there. Well, I got to go fishing with my brother yesterday. So we took the afternoon off. His fishing buddy couldn't go yesterday, and he wanted to go so bad. And I didn't want him to go alone. I worry about him when he goes alone. So he said I could ride along. And so I took my journal with me and I did some urban sketching. It's on my community tab. I'm going to have to figure, I tried to do post it while I was there, but it's way out in the boondocks. So I could get online, but I couldn't do much. I didn't have very good internet with the Verizon. That's kind of, I wonder if I can pull that off. We'll see how this pulls off once you get it. Well, it's pretty, I guess I can if I try. Kind of pulling on the paper there, but I think I'll be okay if I'm gentle with it. Come on. Kind of pulled a little of the, maybe if I put some gold on that. You know, when you're retired, Susan, you must be retired. When you're retired, you get, your time is your own. Your time is your own. You don't have to answer to a lot of people. You can do what you want when you want. Well, you still have things that you need to get done, but you know, and I say I'm going to do art and get as much art as I can done before I die. And I'm not planning on dying. I could die any day. Anybody could die any day, but I'm going to do art until my dying day. That's what I'm saying. Trying to get this kind of centered here. But I know not all of you ladies are retired. You know, ladies come in and say good morning before you go to work. Have a great day if you do. I wish them all a great day. I kind of like that. Look at my tags. They're turning out so nice. I think I have 10 tags, around 10. So I'm almost half done. Meri, we'll be make washi at 102. I don't know what 102 means. Oh, at 102. That's funny. Yep, I'll be 102 years old and I'll be in a retirement center. And I was thinking about that the other day. If I ever have to go to a nursing home, I hope that at least I have my eyesight and a pad of paper and a pen or a pencil. If I have that, I'll be happy. But then, you know, if I could sneak in some markers or this is on the fold here. I'm going to have to be careful with that. This is what you would want to press. I could kind of wet this down a little. Let's wet it a little and set it aside. I'll set it aside and I'm going to finger press this out, this crease. If I had a phone, you know, at 102, if I still had my mind, you know, and a lot of people at 102, if they live to 102, they're still, you know, they probably, well, some of them might be able to live alone, but a lot of them still have their mental capability. Look at that Meri at the Curiosity Inc., that potter, the Potter's House. She was a potter, internationally known potter, and she still got her mind. You know, I think her physical capabilities, her hands, she was complaining about her hands. Let's see if I've already done writing. So you can't see what I'm doing here. Oh, you know what I did here? I know what I'm doing. I'm doing this way. I'm going down the pile. We're ready to do this piece next. Hi, Becky. You're waiting for coffee to make coffee? Good morning, Becky. Becky. Look what I'm doing with my tags. I'm putting fabric washi on my tags for my 2 books. And I'll probably go in with some images. I got these little images. I'll have to be choosy about the ones that I put on there because I want them to show up. I see them really well, but I don't think you see. This is a little bird here. Little bird there. And this is a piece of jewelry. I could frame them and, well, I can't put them off of the tag book because it won't fit in the tube roll if I do. But I'll have to find some little images to put on here. I'm still working on that. I'm not to there yet. I'm really kind of slow when I do these things, but I was planning on doing those packing tape bicycles, but I like this much better. Rosemary inspired me. Thank you, Elena. Good morning. Journey says, where'd you purchase the carpet tape? I got it at Menards. It's where they sell their tile and their carpeting and everything in Menards. I think somebody said it was at Walmart, too. I didn't check Walmart. I had to go to Menards and get some rug cleaner and some other stuff. So I looked for the carpet tape there. And, yeah, this cost me about $10. But it's a huge row. It's 75 feet. You can get them in smaller rows for like $5, $6. Somebody was saying that they're at Walmart too. It might be a little cheaper at Walmart. But I picked it up because I was already there. So, yeah. And I would just as soon use this as to use score tape. Hi, Anya. Good morning. Great heart is Anya. Yeah, any hardware store should have the carpet tape. Any place that sells carpeting should have it too. Elena's in the house. Good morning, Elena. Susan says, just make sure you have enough money when you're retired or you spend a lot of time bored. Well, yeah, but boredom, I mean, you can't do a lot of nice things if you don't have money when you're retired. I mean, you can't travel. You won't be able to get all the things that you may want. But hey, you should be able to afford a piece of paper, a drawing pad, and a pencil and a pen. And I never get bored with it if I have a piece of paper and a pencil in my hand. So you could always play solitary or take up knitting. But that is a good point, to make sure that you're financially stable. I'm very thankful that my brother's given me a roof above my head. It's enabled me to do some of the art things that, well, just like this, to go to Menards and buy tape that I probably wouldn't be able to do if I had to pay rent and all of that. And I'm not really an extra burden on him because he's got his house under the homestead exemption. It's almost paid off. And, you know, he'd have to pay electricity and everything anyway. So he has his significant other passed away a few years ago, and he has the extra room. So he gave me a roof over my head. That's the Meri story. I would probably be homeless, but I'd have a pencil and a piece of paper if I was homeless. If I was homeless, I would be out urban sketching all my homeless ways. The potter is ill. She may not see the house. Oh, really? Oh, I hope that she can see it. Oh, I know that she's like 102 or what, you know. I wish that she could see it. I saw that he put up a video last night, and I didn't have time to watch it. I was kind of tired. Becky's in the house. Said good morning to everyone. Oh, that's nice, Susan. It's nice to have family. It's nice to have family. All righty. Aunt Beck's going to go get her some coffee. So while she's doing that, I'm going to cut this washi tape. I think I'll cut it on this side this time. Oh, dear. Right about there. And I'll have to clean the blades of my scissors, I keep saying, because this is sticky tape and it gets on your blades or your scissors, but I think it'll clean up with some hand sanitizer, a baby wipe. Ooh, I might have a little much here. Maybe just a teeny bit over. And then I'll burnish it down. Susan, you're not bored now. Susan says, I'm not bored now at all, but it's a very different life from being very active and going anywhere you want. Oh, Susan, you are preaching to the audience. I'll tell you, I agree with you 100%. I worked a lot when I was younger. I worked a lot. I worked a lot of hours. And even when I was a computer programmer, and I did contract programming was my last contract. But even before that, when I was younger and before my computer programming days, you know, I worked a lot of odd jobs, trying to find myself, I guess. But I worked in nursing homes and worked for an attorney. I did a lot of different things. Did different jobs while I was going to school. Yeah. And then I got into that computer programming and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I miss it yet today. I miss it yet today. Let's see, I'm going to have to cut this down. And I was saying 3/8 of an inch, but I think this fabric is cut crooked, so I might have to go just about a... Oh, let me measure here. Let's measure one that's a little bit wider. Oops, there goes my ruler. And squeaky chair. This is about 1 6/8 of an inch. About to there. But I really want to, I want to do it this way. 1 and... I'm going to have to cut a good strip off of this. Is that going to be... I might have to make that just a little bit. I'm thinking here. Right about in there, I think. Right about in there. Let's see, may not be cut straight, but for this, it really doesn't matter too much. If it mattered, I would be buying at retail. And I think I'll just cut enough for... I meant to put gold on that other tag. Let's stop and do that. I'm just doing these one at a time as I go. I'll be all morning at this, but that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it fun. I won't get anything else done. It's going to rain today and tomorrow, I think. I'm glad we went yesterday. So it might be a good day to stay in and do art. Yeah. Cut it right about there. And then I'll just leave the rest of this for some project. And that'll go on here. Might have to trim this just a bit. Yeah, there's a lot of gunk on my scissors. Gunky, gunky, gunk. Get off of my thumb. I'll tell you, that tape, it sticks to everything. I mean, it won't stick to the stuff you want it. Well, this is pretty good, but sometimes this tape gets stubborn. And won't, not this tape, but other tapes. I need to burnish that down good. This is pretty good tape, but some of that tape will stick to you, but not to anything else. There we go. I am loving it. Rose and Fruit Tree, Devon Rosary and Fruit Farm. That's what it was. All right. How many do I have to go here? Let's count. I think that's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I may not have 6 fabrics left here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, but I have some extras over there. I'll have to repeat on a couple of these. This is still drying. I'm having fun. Let's go ahead and ink these up. Aren't these tags fun? Aren't these fun? These are just, this one is the odd one out. And I was saying in the Hangout, I said, I don't have enough big black buttons. And this one is kind of a small one. And she said, well, if you have an odd one, she said, put it in an odd place. And so I put it on a big white button and put a black button in the center. And instead of putting it on the center of my tags, I put it up here at the top left. And I think I'm going to put this either at the top or the bottom. I'm thinking the top. That's the story. This is more of a brown button, but I like it because it's big and flat. So I'm very happy with how these buttons are going on these tags. Very, very happy with that. And then after these are done, I'm going to go on the back and I'm going to put a swish of gold on the back. Maybe to, I don't know, I might write on the back or put some journaling or something. I'll see. I haven't thought about the back too much yet. I was thinking just a swish of gold. Maybe what I'll do is, Lucia sent me those pearlescent watercolors. That would be pretty. Maybe I'll do those on the back and just swish some pearlescent watercolor down there. So there's one. Got 38 people in here. Welcome, everybody. Ruby says, no doubt, Becky, and you do it beautifully. Gigi says, Becky, you and Scott are amazing. I've been married to an amazing man for 50 years, but he isn't very handy. Scott knows how to do everything. Scott is good. Susan says, I like one being different. Oh, yeah, the different tag here. We aren't all the same. That is so true, Susan. So true. You and I are thinking alike. What is Becky saying? Let's see. I have to see what Becky's saying. Anya says, your scissor will clean well with alcohol or hand sanitizer. Well, I hope so, because it's got gunk on it. It sure does have gunk on it. I can feel it when I open and close it. Aunt Beck says, thanks, Ruby. We always figured we could accomplish something together. We will be lost without the other one day, but we will try not to dwell on that now. Yeah, I know you and Scott you'll be doing something. Becky, viewed the work you're doing on the house. It's amazing what you two are accomplishing. Yes, Ruby is telling that to Becky. WD-40 will clean the gunk off of your scissors. Okay, that's what I need to put on my shopping list is WD-40. Scott set it up for us to go see an estate sale at 10 a.m. Oh, cool, Aunt Beck. How cool is that? I'm going to have to get him moving if we're going to get out of here on time. How cool is that? I love estate sales. I used to go with a friend over in Milwaukee. She liked to go to them. She used to sell real estate, but I think she liked to see the houses, because when you go to an estate sale, well, they probably have different ones, but the ones we went to in Milwaukee, you would just walk through the house and they'd have rooms with their stuff they were selling. And she liked to see the setup on the houses and the layout of the houses as much as to buy anything. I did all the she would buy some things, but she was kind of picky. And I go, ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's only $1. Ooh, I'll get that. I'd bring home 3 sacks of stuff and she'd have one little thing. Yeah. Those were different days. Those days are gone forever for me, but I'm glad I had them. That's when, Susan, that's when I was young and active and working and making my own money. Didn't have to be as concerned, but, because I was bringing in the money when I worked. But the thing is, a lot of the things that I have now, I have when I bought back then, and I'm still using that stuff. So in a way, I'm kind of glad I got some of those things when I did. Of course, I get a lot in Happy Mail. And boy, do I appreciate it. You guys are so good to me, like Ann and Annie and Sherry Lynn, and all you guys have been so good to me. Lucia sent me those watercolors. She bought me that hobby cart. And, I didn't ask for it. She just saw I got this big box and I'm going, who sent me this? And it was Lucia surprising me. So you guys have been good to me, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It is very much appreciated. I'm going to pick up all these threads here getting in my way. Let's throw them away. I've only got 2 more tags to color here, and then I'll put tape on more of it. And then I get, a lot of in Happy Mail, like napkins and tags and ATCs and books. Cheryl sent me that collector's book just here this week. Collector's book. Cheryl sent to me, and I had already cut up one, and she says, well, I got one just like it. And I didn't expect her to send it to me, but she did. And then I go, I don't know if I want to cut up. And she was going, cut it up, Meri, cut it up. I still had some pages out of that collector's book, the original one that I had, that I didn't want to cut up. So now I have duplicates. Mom says, I'm not doing anything, Meri, so I will be here. Let's see. I got to see how Mom Munson is feeling. Let's see. Ann's dropping the link to Curiosity Inc., I think, or Aunt Beck is. It's a potter's house. Yeah. Yeah, Azure says, make do or wait and save until you can. Yeah. I agree, Azure. Lynn needed some rest, so all right. You need to get your rest if you're going to carpool, Lynn. I hope that you shut off that iPad and get some sleep. Scott said, Aunt Beck's going to an estate sale. Mom says, I'm not doing anything, Meri, so I will be here. And Mom, I'm wondering, how how your tests went. Well, you're here, so you must be okay. 33rd says, Becky, view the work you're doing on the house. So we kind of covered that. They're talking about the house, cleaning the scissors. Journey, the tags are for my tube book. Where's my tube book? I set it aside. Here. The tags will fit in my tube book that we're making on Tanya and Lisa's Hangout. Let me pull one out here. I have to pull it from this side. See, they will fit in. Let's get one that I've done. They'll fit in this way. Like this. And then I'm going to bind the book. I'm thinking that I want to do something on the front yet. I might put more buttons on the front. I haven't quite decided. But yeah, the tags will fit in like this. And I think I'm going to put some of that pretty watercolor that Lucia sent me. See, on the back, I've got the packing tape transfer with the peacock and the couch. I'm thinking I need something else on the front. And I don't think I'm going to put those little pictures on the back because I was looking at maybe putting an image or something on this fabric. But I don't, well, it might fit. It might fit. I don't want to get that so thick that my tags won't go in, but they might fit. But those are almost too big. They'll cover up my pretty fabric. I might just leave it fabric. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. But that's what the tags are for. That's what the tags are for. Let's do, I got the last one to put gold paint on here. Hi, Violet. Good morning, Violet. Aunt Beck's planning to keep Scott. I'll bet Scott's relieved to know that, Aunt Beck. You aren't planning on getting rid of him anytime soon. Aunt Beck, you didn't see my yarn haul. I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you, Aunt Beck. Let me finish this and I'll show the yarn haul again. Real fast. I went back to that thrift store because what happened was there's a yarn store here locally that went out of business. So they probably sold everything they could at, discount or everything. And donated the rest to the thrift store. Now, there are some that I paid more than you would have, but I did pretty good on the others. Let me show you, Aunt Beck. I could not resist. I could not resist. There's this. This was $2. I got 2 of those. This is what cost me. But this yarn was retailing at $24 a skein retail. I didn't pay $24 a skein. I paid $6 for it. That was really too much. Too much, but it's pretty. It's hand done. It's hand done. And then I got some grays and some blues. Those were the expensive ones. Here's the other one here. Then these were $3. This is silk. This is llama and silk. I got 5 of those. And I'm not going to pull them all out. And then I got this blue was $1.50. No, well, I hope she didn't charge me $6 because it's $1.50. I think she only charged me $1.50. She better only charge me $1.50. I don't know now because I tore up the tag. But, I might make something out of the black. But I'm kind of saving this for when I get better at knitting. I might crochet something out of it. But I want to learn to knit. I want to do, I think I still have a little bit left out of that green. Aunt Beck, I made a phone cover. I have to show you my phone cover. Out of this yarn that I'm going to show you here, Aunt Beck sent to me as part of the subscriber contest thing. Scott picked my number. He didn't know he was picking my number. But I knitted this. It was just kind of like a long rectangle thing, and I sewed it together at the bottom and on the one side, and the top is pretty clean. I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with my knitting. I'm just very happy with that. So, and I don't have a case for my phone. I've been putting it in a checkbook. But see, my phone will fit right in there. That's my very first knitted project, Aunt Beck. It's all because of you. Sent me those knitting needles and that yarn. Got me started on it. It's all your fault. She probably went to make coffee. Where are we at here? Janet's in the house. Hi, Janet. Good morning. Hi, Janet. Jacqueline. Who's Jacqueline? We got a Jacqueline in here? Hi, Jacqueline. Good morning. Jacqueline Cyrus, you're new to us. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you still knitting your scarf? I haven't started a scarf. That's on my list. I think the next thing I'm going to do is I have just a little bit on that green that I did for the phone case. And I'm kind of trying to use that to teach myself different things. And I think my next little project is to knit some ribbing. I want to learn how to knit ribbing. And they're saying it's pretty easy. You knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, or knit one, purl two, knit one, purl two. I'm going to do it both ways. So I'll know how to make ribbing. And I don't know what I'm going to do after that. We'll see. Let's continue on here. I got 6 left. I've got 6 left. I'm going to put that man one. I hope he fits. But let's go ahead and do this. I think I'll just go ahead and put the tape on all the backs here. And then I'll go back and put them on the tags. And I'll say again, if you do this fabric washi tape, I'm using carpet tape, but if you do this, you'll want to press your fabric remnants, or at least finger press them. I just took them out of the bundle and put them on, and I do have some creases in here. I got that crooked. Let's see, can I put that straighter? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. That's better. So I think I only got four left here, but I got 6 tags, so I'll take a couple that I have extra of. And this is pretty thin. I don't know if I want to use it though. I guess I'll just use a part of this. I'm just going to use to here, or I should just use, let me get one of my tags out. And just use this much. This is really too thin. I don't want to do that. So let's just put a little piece of tape on this. And this one is kind of needs to be pressed out a little. Rosemary Morris got me inspired to do this. She has a tutorial that she was just doing that this week. It'll be one of her more recent videos of making fabric washi. Now, she used a different type of tape. She liked, but somebody said use carpet tape. So I went and got some because I had to go to Menards anyway. I got my fabric tape at Menards, or my duct tape. It's duck carpet tape that I got at Menards. And this, I'm going to have to kind of moisten this. Get it. This is where I could use more hands. I'm just going to go ahead and put this down. Hope that it stays. Meri, 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 Meri. And you'll want to press, if you do this, I would recommend you pressing it with an iron first, because I got little folds in here. I'm finger pressing them out. Little creases. Now, where's my bone folder? One more. One more. Oh, dear me. I don't know where I was supposed to cut this at. We'll see. All righty. That may be too long or too short. I don't know. I lost track. It's too long. Just a bit too long. This I just got at Walmart. This blue fabric. It's Walmart fabric. It's kind of pretty though. And let me put this tape away here. I'm using fabric from a Tim Holtz bundle that I've been hoarding. And then this wildflower fabric is from Walmart. I think this is so pretty. I think this is such a pretty print. I'll have to maybe use this in my April journal. Maybe do a fabric page. All righty then. Let's go ahead and finish up these tags. Let's start with this one. And I'll have to trim. Right about there. And I'm just eyeballing this. And we don't want it that wide, so trim a little off. I'll save that. And my scissors are all gummed up here. Oops. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm loving these. I am loving these. All right. I'm done with the tape. Let's set that aside. This is a little wet. I'm going to go ahead and use it. I want to get it done. Look, it's wet. It's not sticking. Let's see if I can heat gun it. I probably got a little impatient there. This is Tim Holtz fabric. My scissors. And if that's going to stick or not. I'm going to do it from the other side. Right about in there. Cut it. Now I'm going to have to cut it on this side. About there, I think. Like that. Almost looks like a little doll face, doesn't it? With the head and the... It almost looks like a doll face there. You can make little dolls out of the... get a head and have the fabric be as... Ooh, I'm getting inspired. I'm getting inspired by doing this. I cut that at an angle, but that's okay. I kind of like it like that. I'm not sure that's going to stick. Well, that doesn't have any tape on it. I might have to put a little glue on that. We'll see. Because I'll be sliding that in and out, and that's going to get caught. I'll have to come back and put a little glue on that one. I want this man on one of them. I think I'll put him at the top one here. So I'm going to cut right under him. Right there. And I'll have to trim off the top. Probably that brown line there. And I have to trim it here. I can't just cut in a straight line. It's kind of hard with these gunky scissors. Ooh, I'm liking. He's going to be my top one. I'll check chat here in a minute. I want to finish these. Am I? No, I got this one to go. I can't get a hold of it. Come on. Can't get a hold of it. I need my pokey tool. There we go. It's a little bit easier to do than that double-sided tape. This is carpet tape. Oops. No, 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 no. No. Don't stick. Ah. There we go. Well, he's kind of over this way a little, but that's okay. Maybe I'll put a line down there or something. He's over that way because the button's over that way. All right. Couple more. This needs to be trimmed. Trim it on this side. Yeah, Aunt Beck, if you're listening, I think she's gone off to, let's see. Janet's in here. Janet says, Meri, may I ask you the size of your pages that you use? Yes, Janet, the sizes of my pages for my journal, the working size is 8.5 by 11. But when I fold them, before I fold them out, I have them 11 by 17. And then I fold them in half. And when you fold them in half to make your signature, you always have that. Let me show you here. You'll know what I'm talking about. I know you do. But I'll show you what I'm talking about anyway. Because I have them over here. And I decided I was going to put a few more pages in here other than what I have. It's going to be a really thick journal this time. But when you fold these over, you naturally have an overhang here because of the crease. These are all folded individually, but once you put them into a signature, you have that natural overhang. So I usually trim about a 1/2 inch off. But these are well, now, like my specialty papers are shorter because that's all I could get out of them. But my regular pages here are 17 by 17 wide by 11 high. Because when you fold it in half, you make it 8.5 by 11. But I end up trimming a 1/2 inch off. So it's really 8 by 11. However, I was showing when I first came in this morning that I've been gessoing for the painting challenge. I'm gessoing canvas, unpainted canvas for the painting challenge. And this is, I don't think, I like it like this. I love these raw edges. And I think I'm going to leave them. So I may have a signature here that's a lot bigger. You know, these I may not trim these this month. I may just leave these after I get them all folded into signatures. There'll be all that rough overhang. I may leave it that way this month. And my cover, I usually cut my cover at 17 by 11. But when we were doing it the other morning, I decided to leave it the full width of the paper. And I will have the wraparound that will help. So my journal this month is going to be just a little bit wider. because I don't want to trim this canvas. I just love these raw edges. Otherwise, I trim it like my other one. My February journal or my March journal here. Let me fold this overhang in, wrap around in. See, it's about a ½ inch. It's about a ½ inch shorter because I trim those. I even these pages off. But even them off, by the time you work them, they get kind of uneven anyway. But I like to have the wraparound. Not only does it make a pocket on the back, it covers up all that stuff. And I'll have the wraparound on my March journal. I already got it. I got blue poster board for my March. It's a pretty bright blue like this. I mean, for my April. I got it yesterday or the day before when I went out. But yeah, that's all about my April journal is going to be really thick because I still want to put some, I wasn't going to put any of that calligraphy paper in there, but I think I'm going to put a couple sheets in because I was writing on it yesterday and it's so nice to write on. So that's how that's going. I want to get that finished this week. So April 1st is coming up. April 1st is coming up. I was doing this one. Let's see. Aunt Beck said, Howie is knocking and massaging the front door. He wants out or in? Let's see. Janet's saying good morning to everybody. Hi, little sister Cheryl. Good morning. Oh, you're going to a pre-estate sale. So you're going to get first choice, huh? Private showing. Cool, Aunt Beck. Very cool. Little sister Cheryl's in the house. Kimberly's here. Good morning, Kimberly. 33rd's in the house. Teresa says, you are filming, right, Becky? Azure says, Meridel, fold the fabric in 3 to the center, place on the center of the tape, and then unfold. Okay. Well, but that's easier said than done when it's folded in 3, when you have that tape on it, because that would work if you didn't have the tape on the back of it. But I understand what you're saying, Azure. I guess what you're saying is unfold the tape as you go. Getting hold of the tape is another challenge. So you're talking about like this. Sort of like this is what you're saying. Like this. Okie dokie. I will take advice, maybe. Sort of like Aunt Beck's method of doing it, only Aunt Beck has a little piece. There you go. Oh, I'm still off, though. I'm still off on this. Because I was so concentrating on how to do it rather than where to place it. I was concentrating on the method of doing it rather than, and then I just plopped it down there. Let me replace this. It pulls off pretty good. Yeah, just move it over a little. I am loving these tags. Loving them. this one, though. This one, did I already do one of those? I already did one of those. I think I'm to the last two. And let's do we want to do another one of these? I'm to the last two tags. I'm choosing another one that I want to, let's see, I've got all these little bits and pieces here. I want to save all my little bits and pieces. How about one of these? Let's do another one of those and another. I like the wildflower, but shall we do another writing one? Yeah, let's do another writing one. See, and now I got all this that I can use on other projects. And these little ones I can put on ATCs. These little bits here. So we'll get those out of the way. And then I got all of these that I'm not going to bore you with. That if I want to make fabric washi, I have them all ready to go. I won't bore you with doing that today. Got a whole stack of it just out of what I cut out of the one strip, one, you know what I'm saying. All right, so let's go ahead and do these. Right about here, I think. Where's my scissors? Right about there. And let's trim this. I don't know if it's worth saving that. I guess it is. Yeah. Let's do Becky's suggestion again. Pull off a third of it. And see if I can't get it placed better this time. Not Becky, Azure. There we go, Azure. Good idea, good suggestion. I'll do it on the last two. One more. I'm going to put this on. One more here. One more. This is all I got done today. We'll cut it about to there. I'll cut this down. I should probably do it on this side. Well, no, because it pulls easier over here. And then we'll do it Azure's way here. I'm putting the Fruit Farm one on. do I want that, though? I have to do it on the other side. Well, I got to pull this one all off because I need to turn it around. Azure, close your eyes. Happy birthday to Azure. Everybody wish Azure a happy birthday. There we go. That's good enough. It's still a little crooked, but all right. So we got, let's get them out here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, we got 11. All right. How cool is that? Meri, let's see. Where am I at here? Guys are chatting away. Making coffee right now and having a slice of something really good. Azure says, take your strip, lay it, fold it into the center, and then pick it up. Yeah. I know, Azure. I do everything haphazard, don't I? I'm happy with them. I'm very, very happy with them. And in fact, I think I'm so happy with them that I'm going to get out the pearlescent watercolors here because I think I have enough time to do this before 7:30. And I've only got the first 2, 4, 6 watercolors out here. I need to, before the end of March, I need to swatch the rest of these. But I'm going to go ahead and grab a brush here, a little brush. And that's the other thing I'm going to do is clean off that cart. That's maybe a little too thick for me. Clean off that cart and put all my tools and brushes on that cart so I can have it close by me so I don't have to hunt for my tools and everything while I'm working. Let's see. I need to put my watercolor more over here, which means I need to move my phone over here, and I'll run over the cord. All righty. Put the box off for now with this fabric off in it over here. Let's just do this real fast. I'm done with the scissors, and I'm done with the bone folder. Oh, I'm not. I got to clean the scissors. Probably should clean the bone folder, too. It's carpet. It's carpet tape, Ruby. Here, see, it's carpet tape like this. It's Duck brand carpet tape. I got a big roll of it. 1.88 inches by 75 feet. And I paid about $10 for this. But you can get smaller amounts for like $5. You can get half of it if you don't want the entire amount. So that's what I'm using. And yes, it is double-sided because it's carpet tape. They use it to, like your tape runner or your carpet runners, your hallway runners and stuff like that, or even carpeting. Double-sided adhesive. Fiberglass construction resists moisture and mildew. Thoroughly clean and dry the floor surface. Apply tape, liner side up, pressing firmly to the floor. I don't think you put it on other carpet. You might be able to, like if you have a tile floor and you have like a carpet runner, I think you could use it on a tile floor. I don't know. I'm just surmising. Roll or fold 1/2 of the carpet. Cut the fit area back over itself. Remove the tape liner. Then roll and fold the carpet back down on the floor, pressing firmly for good adhesive. We also recommend self-adhesive carpet sealing tape to join the ends together. I don't do a lot of carpeting. Let's see. I want to get my coffee out of the way here. And I don't know if I want to, I think I'll just, let's try putting some pretty watercolor. You can't see my water. Can you see my watercolor here? Let's turn it around so you can see it. There. These are those shimmery colors that Lucia sent to me. And I got to get a lot of pigment on them now. And they dry pretty and shimmery. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Now I'll have to flatten these tags out because they are going to curl a little with them being water, because this is just cardstock. But I'll put some weight on them. Let them dry a little. I'm tempted to put some gold on them too. Let's see. Let's see how this will work. Along the edge here. Ooh. Isn't that pretty? Yep. That's what I'm doing. And I'll probably just leave them like that. I probably won't do any more to them because I like it. I might put a word or something on them. I don't know. We'll see. I like them just like that, though. Let's go for... Now, that shows up as blue. That rose color shows up as blue on this black paper. Let's try some of this green. I like this green pretty well. You have to kind of let it dry a little before it starts showing all the shimmer. You have to catch the light. If I can catch the light for you. I need to open my other colors. I need to swatch the other colors. I'm right at the end of the month. I got so much going on here. I'll get it done. I want to finish Becky's Scrap Man. Now let's swish some gold on it. That gold just really accents it. Annie V, thank you for this gold. Now I'll probably have to come back and heat set this. We'll see. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, your elderly aunt passed away? Oh, I'm so sorry, Azure. So this year I eat cake today. All right. Thank you, Azure. Thank you, Aunt Beck. That tape is for joining 2 large pieces of carpet together for wall-to-wall carpeting. Thank you, Susan. I don't know what's going on with my laptop. He keeps flashing at me. He keeps wanting to move around. I think my Norton is checking things, so he messes with my browser. He keeps trying to minimize my browser over there, and it flashes, and I think something's going on. Let's trim this a little. I like the strings, but I don't like them so much. Come on. There you go. Can I pull that one? Let's trim you. Come on. Yeah, I'm going to have to clean those scissors. Isn't that pretty? Let's try this blue. I got blues and greens. That's what's going to be on the back because that's what I have open. Blues and greens. But then I'll accent it with some gold here. So there's 3. I'm putting them up here to dry. Those will probably be the last thing that I do today because it's getting kind of late. It's 7:30. I want to finish these. Dee Dee doesn't come on today that I know of. She did a really interesting collage. If you haven't, we went fishing yesterday. I watched her as much as I could, but I couldn't watch the entire show. She was going through all the collage books yesterday. Dee Dee Willingham comes on Monday, Wednesday, and the occasional Friday or Saturday. But I'm talking about her because I usually have to get off here by 7:30 on Monday and Wednesdays if I'm doing something. That's so pretty. So there's 4. I got 11 of these to do, but they're going pretty fast. See, I'm trying this blue here. Lucia, this is all your fault. Thank you so much for these beautiful watercolors. I should try to do and maybe I will when the daffodils bloom. I want to do a daffodil on black with these. That would be pretty. Not last year, but the year before, I did a journal page that I called Daffodils at Midnight. Really turned out nice. I think I'll do that on some black paper or black background with these jewel tone, or not jewel tone, pearlescent. This gold just accents it, just blends in with it really nice. And I was gifted both of these. Both the Holly sent me, not Holly. Lucia, where did Holly come from? I don't know why. Holly! I knew a Holly. She must be in my subconscious. I know Holly Dalton, but I knew a Holly from a couple years ago. Lucia sent me the watercolor and gifted me the gold. And look, they're going on these beautiful tags here. 5 and 6 here. I'll get 6 up there. Let's try this. Oops. Got a gunk in there. I think this is another case. These red ones, you might as well use blue because on the black they turn blue. So I might as well be using my blue here. Not much red shows on the black. They might, on these other colors, they might. But these these are more purple than red, and it catches the blue in it. They got the blue for the purple. That's how come we're getting blue. I got other reds over in here. You guys aren't seeing this too well, are you? Yeah, I need a little bit more water on those. Lucia, thank you so much. Annie V, thank you for the gold. So there's 6. I got 5 more to do, and we'll let these dry good. I don't think I'm going to put images on the front. I think I'll just leave them the fabric. I might put a word. I might try to find a word to put on each one. Boy, that's pretty. And whatever you guys are saying to me, I'm not saying it because this is kind of like I was in Aunt Beck's group last night, only I had gesso all over my hands. Let's see if I can go all the way down here. Oh, yeah, they're tags that are going to go in my tube book out of the toilet paper rolls. Toilet paper and paper towels are not all toilet paper. They're not all toilet paper. Let's see if I get a little more of this light green, which turns out to be blue anyway. Well, maybe a little light green. Light green. More water. Mix it up in there. And I think I want to do something more to the front of my tag books. They don't have enough on there to suit me. Now let's put some gold on it. Got 3 left, and then I'll be done. Here, I'll show you. Here, and here's what they're going to go into. Like this is the front of my tube book, and then see it's got a, and then this is the back. I'm happy with the back because I got a peacock on a couch. Here's the couch here, and here's the peacock right there. But I need something more on the front. Maybe buttons. I already got a lot of buttons on here, which is adding to the bulk. But the tags will fit in this way, like this. And then I'm going to bind these. I have 11 pages, 11 tags. I think I got 12 pages. Here's the book. This is the back of it. This is leather off of a belt, and I'm going to bind it with this black jute. But who knows? Once I get started, I change my mind a lot. So we'll see how that goes. I got 3 left here, and then I'll be done. Let's go with this blue. I got a lot of this blue left. It's a pretty blue. Violet. Cheryl says, I'm going to go back to rows with the rolls so I can have some for crafting. You mean the TP rolls? You're going to save them? I don't normally save them. I save some for this project, but I also use paper towel rolls because I use a lot of paper towels in here. So I kind of used half and half. They're different sizes than if you do that, though. They're different widths once you flatten them out. It's kind of pretty. Two more. And then I think I'm just going to leave the fabric the way it is. Maybe put a word on there. I don't want to put too much because it will detract from the fabric. But I do want to get this book done before they do their next challenge with Becky. And they're going to do a topsy-turvy book where they're putting pieces. It'll be a book facing this way, a book facing that way. It'll be 3 signatures, one this way, and the other one that way. It'll have 3 spines. And I'm going to use my Nips candy boxes. I've got several of those I can use. I might put 6 signatures because those sides will hold 2 signatures. So I might have 2 signatures in each book, which will mean I need to crack-a-lackin' if I'm going to fill all my pages. I'll be working on that until the next one. But I do hope that they continue doing small books throughout the year. I don't know if they're planning on that, but I hope that they do. I think Tanya caught my suggestion that they do that. And they'll have to think about what they want to do. Now, Beth Schuler, I don't think she's in here this morning, but Beth and I are talking about doing a transparent book using, like I'm going to use report covers. And there's some videos out there with transparent books if you're curious about that. But I think Beth and I are going to do that. We just have to, and we'll probably do it a morning session. I don't know if we'll do real early morning, but now see, it's what? It's almost 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock my time would be 9 o'clock Beth's time. So we'll probably do a hangout on that maybe in the morning. We're still deciding. We're still setting it up. Mary's got to get her April journal done, and then and I got things I need to get mailed out. Oh, I'm so thrilled with these. All right. Now, I don't want to put that away yet because I want that to dry. So we'll just put these over here out of my way. So this is mostly what I worked on this morning, was making this washi fabric tape and putting them on the tags. I did show my journal and my knitted project, my yarns, my yarn haul. And I showed a little bit about what I've been doing in my journal. See, all those buttons that are on these tags came off of this button card. I got it for $1. And this was Tanya was calling this, well, let me zoom out. You're not seeing it here. Let me zoom. I need to zoom out again. Tanya was calling this a salesman sample, but I call them button cards. And I kept saying it looks like somebody wanted one right out of the center there, but it's dated 1937. Here's a piece of washi tape that I was playing with, that fabric tape, just to see if it would work for me. That's inspired by Rosemary Morris. You're responsible for this. She's not listening, but what fabric washi tape is what I made this morning mostly. Let's put that aside. And let's see, I wanted to show you before I go here what I've showed it a couple times already, but yeah, get to my ATCs. This is what I did yesterday. Went fishing with my brother, went fishing, and I sat and sketched. And then I did my fabric tags here. Oh, where shall I put them? Right in here. So that's the story of this morning. Hi, Marianne. Welcome, welcome. Marianne, did you get your Zoom email? Did you find it? Did you and Jeri get that worked out? Thank you, Janet. And I am learning how to knit. I am learning how to knit. This is my very first project. I won Aunt Beck's $2,500 subscriber contest, and she sent me some yarn and some knitting needles, a couple of a crochet hook and a Tunisian crochet hook. So you might be seeing me play with those too. But yeah, I'm teaching this is my most recent piece. But if you look back at my videos, you will see my sorry start here of knitting. Very first time I knitted online. So I am just learning how to knit. You did not get it. Well, something's happening. You checked your spam folder and you checked your junk mail. I wonder why you aren't getting it, because it's coming from Jeri, so it has to be going off to I'm going to talk to Jeri again, because if Yahoo is rejecting it, Marianne, Jeri should be getting it back. Oh, what's yes, yes, yes? I see no, 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 and then I see yes, yes, yes again, and I'm not sure which is which. Thank you, Anne. I crochet a lot. I have crocheted a lot, so I think that helps my tension. But this is my most recent piece. I had to really work at this to get it nice and even. Not all my prior pieces were that even. Marianne, you're checking everything. Okay. Oh, we'll chat after. We'll chat we'll chat later on Messenger. I don't understand why you're not getting it, because you get my emails. I emailed you and you're getting my emails. It must be throwing Janet's. You must have her. It has to be throwing it in spam, or you might have her blocked. Do you block her somehow? I'm sure you don't, but for some reason, I'm going to have Jeri email you from another account rather than Recycled Parts for Art, and see if you get that. Hi, Annie, Craft with Annie. Welcome, welcome. I'm just finishing up here. I've been making fabric washi tape and put it on my tags. I showed my knitting, and this is my urban sketching from yesterday. So I did 11 tags here this morning, so we get a lot done. Let's see, what else is going on here? You finally, well, I didn't fish. My brother fished. He fished out here on the dock. his fishing partner couldn't go with him yesterday, and I really didn't want him to go alone. And he was open to letting me go, so I went with him, and I did my urban sketching while he was. I did my urban sketching while he fished, and I read, and what else did I do? I did different things while he was. Zoom out one more here so you can see my. Oops, you see my lap. And where's my? Which way do I go? What happened to my? There. The other way. One more. There. Now you can kind of see my tags here. I'm trying to get everything in your view so you can see everything. I'm playing. These are my tags. These are the backs. I love these backs, how they shine. I put the pretty tape that are watercolor, the shimmery watercolor that Lucia sent, and the gold from what Annie V sent me. These tags need to dry. They're still kind of wet. This one reminds me of a little doll, the head and the skirt. I could see making a doll out of these, a tag doll out of big buttons and fabric. Those would be fun to do, wouldn't it? So I had fun urban sketching yesterday. And let's see, the other thing I did this morning was I stripped all that fabric and I made fabric washi tape. Let's put that out here too. There we go. Kind of arrange everything before I sign off. Let's see. What else is going on here? Marianne's in the house. M. Osborne, Violet, Janet, little sister Cheryl, Susan. Thank you all for coming this morning. Mom Munson. Janet says, Meri, will the email to Marianne be under Jeri's name or recycle? It should be. Here's the thing, Janet. When I reply, and you don't normally reply to the notice letter. It comes from Recycled Parts for Art. But I've noticed I put a reply on there. I didn't reply, but it goes to Brian Brickering or somebody. So I'm going to have to talk to Jeri about that. We're going to have to figure out why Marianne is not finding. Marianne, try checking for the word Zoom. Z-O-O-M. Search your entire email box, not just your inbox. Check at the highest level of your email for the word Zoom, Z-O-O-M. And maybe you can find it that way. You just have to be getting it. Jeri's saying she's not getting him anything back. So we'll work it out afterwards. Thank you, Violet. Thank you so much. I'm getting ready to sign off. It's almost 8 o'clock here. You did? Well, try it again. Maybe, did you try it after this last time that Jeri sent you something, or did you try it before Jeri? Because we messaged you the other day, and Jeri, I'm going to make sure that Jeri remembered to send it to you. Because she was going to send something to you, and I thought she did. I'll check. Okay. Well, I'll check with Jeri. Maybe she forgot to send it. She gets busy, too. I'll check with her and see if she's usually pretty good about that, though. Yeah, I need to let you all go. You all have a really great day. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I start these at 4:30 in the morning, but boy, did I get a lot done. Thanks, Anya. Oh, thank you, 33rd. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your community, take care of your world. And if you have a little bit of time for yourself, do some art. That, Marianne, that watercolor is Paul Rubens, that shimmery watercolor. Lucia gifted that to me, and it's a Paul Rubens. Paul Rubens, Rubens. Okay, have a great day, everybody. Bye.